So I'm right here, I'm just gonna sit down on that hip. Welcome to Fight City Gym Talk. You are here with Eric Wahlin. This is why you should stop going for takedowns in MMA. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and for fight gear, there is a link in the bio. When I say quit going for takedowns in MMA, what I'm talking about, a lot of guys get stuck on single legs and double legs. Whether you're chasing single legs or double legs, that's not bad, but let's talk about real quick. If I go for a single leg and I get stuck down here, what could possibly happen to me? What are some bad things?
Sprawl.
Sprawl, so go ahead and sprawl. So sprawl hard, gives you, yeah, there we go. And all of a sudden my life is a nightmare down here. Let's come back up. What else can you get on me? Punches, one of my favorite punches. If I'm right here, this hand punching me here. That is a brutal body shot, okay? What about submissions? Guillotine. So he's got a guillotine when I'm down there. Guillotine, right, you know, the crossface. If he's going down there for the single leg, crossface, guillotine, body shot, sprawl. All sorts of bad things that you can get stuck on. Essentially, we go for a double leg, puts his head typically on the outside. I've got all the same moves. Crossface, guillotine, sprawl, and again, body shots, hammer fist. So there's all sorts of bad things that can happen to you as you go for those. Now, I'm not saying you can't go for them, but if I'm going for a double, or let's just go back to single leg, how long should I stay down here? Not long at all. I'm either going to get it or I'm going to give it up. And don't forget, in MMA, if this isn't happening, guess what? Boom, and we can just come back to punching. When I say quit going for takedowns, I'm mostly saying first day, junior high, high school wrestling type takedowns. I'm not even gonna say takedowns. What I wanna talk about is go for their back. I'm right here, I go for his back. Now here's the thing, do I have to take him down to be successful right now? I can be successful just right up here. You notice, I can knee him in this leg, I can maybe sneak a little chin shot on him, and I can even let him go, boom, boom, and just start beating him up from behind. One shot I've often looked for is if I'm right here, if I see that, I might just let everything go, boom, boom, and just start coming at him like so. You gotta remember, we can't hit him here and we can't hit him there, but if I have him like this and I see that chin, I might just let everything go, pop, pop, if I want to keep it a stand-up fight. Don't so much look for takedowns, but get on their back. Get on their back as often as you can. What are some ways that we can get on a guy's back without a formal, traditional takedown? Arm drag. So let's see if we can get in that drill real quick. So hands up like this. Watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go here and here. And then as soon as he refaces me, let's just see if we can go into like a, so I'm gonna do this side, he refaces me, and I go this side. He refaces me, just stay with me right here. And I'll just come back. And so we're just gonna see how I got my hands up right here. And all of a sudden I just gotta touch on the inside of his hand right there. And then I'm just gonna send it. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it. So now I want you to throw a hook at me. Boom. And then we send it. Other side. And we send it. So the position you're looking for, see how I've got this one right here? Then I'm just gonna sneak this one under. If I have this, I can take his back now. And we're on him. Got it? So let's do that one real quick, guys. Grab a partner. Wax on, wax off. Arm drags. Let me punch you. See if you can find it. Let me punch you again. Leave this one on the inside. So I'm right here. I just want you to roll this one over and drag this one under. There we go. Now just stay with me. Do it again. Roll that one. There we go. Okay, so now see if you can catch it on the hook. One thing a lot of guys make a mistake on, so hit me on this hook right here. Where a lot of guys make a mistake is they go like this, and they're in that elbow tricep region. We want to be back of the shoulder. We want to be grabbing onto this. If I have a guy right here, I can all day push with this hand, pull with this hand, and then have a sharp, dominate back position. So rather than just being, so hit me with that same one, a lot of us will kind of, right? So what we want to do is we, boom, digging. We're gonna dig that one deep right there. Slide it through, and then clasp. So here we go. We talked about how to get the takedown when they're standing right here, and also when they throw a punch. So I'm now gonna talk, this I like to call overarm, because I'm right here, and I go, my body is traveling over his arm, okay? Or a lot of guys just call it arm drag. So arm drag or get over his arm. Simply put, we now can go under his arm. Here's me in more like a traditional wrestling. Tight grip right here. I'm gonna level this up, and I duck under. And that's me going under his arm, right? So traditional wrestling right here, and we duck under. Then gable grip, 2-on-1, step on his foot, we take him down.
Or an under.
I like to be in here and lift it out like that. A lot of guys might just pick the elbow up. Sometimes I can have his hand and go under. Sometimes he can have my hand. And all of a sudden and I'm under. So going under his arm. I can either lift it and manually push the arm up, or I can wait for him to punch me. Okay, so go ahead and punch me, give me a hook, and we're right there. So that's probably one of the easiest, and that's why I say, if you're always chasing takedowns, sometimes they're hard to find. A lot of times just things happen, and if we're thinking in our head, get under his arm, get over his arm, drag him down, we're gonna find takedowns all the time, because our main focus is just getting to his back. That's where we wanna be, just get to his back some way, shape, or form. So let's go back to just a hand grab like this. We can go under, we can go kind of a tight clinch, however we want to be with this guy. And then in a split second, I'm just gonna go under, just like that. I really like to keep the gap out. So press into him and keep everything super tight right there. Okay, let's do that one. Grab their arm and find that duck under. There we go, okay. Now, just duck under. So do something with the back arm. So grab this one, okay? So push, pull, do something with this. There we go. Yep, try to keep a gap. Try not to be this far out. Try to just glue your head to my armpit. Grab my hand, there we go. Just like that. Clamp down on that bicep, there we go. Nicely done. Let me make sure these guys got it. When we're in a tight clinch like this, I like to be like this. Okay. See, I'm inside, boom, just like that. So in and then out. Try it.
So it's not like it's kind of,
Here we go. We're going over his arm to take his back. We're going under his arm to take his back. Don't forget, if he comes to punch me, Bo, I can stop his arm and go over it. He goes to punch me again, I can go under it and get behind him like that. And that's the easy part. Like, we're just gonna use those punches to get behind him. Once we get behind him, what are we gonna do? So a lot of people think like, yeah, just suplex. Like, why don't I pick him up and slam his head upside down on this bar? Which, like, that'd be great, right? But there's way easier ways to do this. Way easier ways to do this. One of my favorites is simply just stepping on that foot. If I step on that foot and I take all of his momentum this way, he's probably gonna fall on that hip, right? So if I have this grip or this grip or this grip, if I have him kind of stuck up like this, I'm just gonna step and drag him down to that hip right there. So as soon as I step, I'm just gonna kind of, and I don't need to be picking him up, it's more falling. It's just a controlled fall and I'm in control. So I'm right here, I'm just gonna step, sit down on that hip. Becomes a super easy takedown. So now, let's say he ends up throwing that hook and I just go right under it. Boom. That makes sense. You see me hit that foot as I just pop. Do it one more time. Let's go slow motion so the camera can pick this up. So, boom, I'm here. I want to get behind him, so I'm gonna make my adjustment. Gable gripping, adjusting. I'm on that foot. I'm gonna keep that rotation going around. And then you notice I'm gonna come all the way to mount. Right there, I'm gonna control it and I'm gonna just keep coming around, keep coming up. Throw a hook and then that guy's just gonna duck and gable grip right over him.
Step and set, okay.
So here we go. Step. That's it. So you're in front of my foot, step on it.
Step on it.
Just boom, step on it.
Yep.
Gable grip, step, yep, and just control the fall. Not so much falling, but a lot of twisting. Just keep everything twisting and rotating around that foot that just got stepped on.
Yep.
Step, there we go. It falls just like that.
Control.
Let me make sure these guys have got it. No, you did the same thing again. Do it again. So block, now go. Throw it under. There we go. Now grab him. Now here's the thing. Just step right on his foot right there. Yep. Now keep everything swinging this way so he can't re-step that foot. And just sit down. Sit down. There we go. And then see, you just pop right up on your knees to mount right there. Got it. Do it again. So let's just say I get behind him. Boom. Yes. I like to take away his wiggle room. If I'm like this, he just refaces me. If I'm like this, he just refaces me. So I'm gonna take it away and I'm gonna be right on him. And then I wanna keep the momentum swinging this way. But I'm gonna stop his ability to chase me. Boom, I step on that foot and I keep everything going that direction. We arm drag, we block, we arm drag, we duck, we just let him punch, and we duck. And so we talked about a lot of ways to get behind him. Let's talk about a couple more ways how to take him down once we are behind him, so come back on. Another one I like a lot is I just rush him forward. Now here's the thing, in a cage, it'd be great to have him smash into the cage and not really anywhere to go. He doesn't want to go there, but I'd love to have him there. So if I get here, a lot of times they'll just start running him forward. As I'm running forward, he tries to stop, and we just sit down. Awesome place to be. We did a class on rear naked chokes the other day. I can just stay back here and get to work on rear naked chokes. Or I can take a knee, come over top of him, and just start beating him up and start plowing my way over to like that mount position. So let's do it again. Nobody wants to get their face smashed into the cage. So as I'm pushing him forward, he puts the brakes on, and I just go down. And then same concept. I can either chase through naked chokes or boom. You see that grip right there? Go watch a bunch of Khabib, and he'll sit on guys like this all day and just start raining on them, okay? Yeah, I like this. This is probably my favorite grip to have on somebody. If I don't have that, I like this grip as well. So I can be here, but can you pry your hands off real quick? So, there you go. So use your hands, just get my hands out of here. If I have to go to this, I'll go to this. And then in a split second, I'm pushing, drop. And we just go right down to it and right over into mount. Got it? So start gable grip again, gable grip, run me forward. And so you sit down first. You can just sit right down. Or even if you don't sit down, like you can just get out of my way and snap me down. I feel like you're just kind of going slow. Boom, get out of my way, drop me down. Pull me down, pull me down. There we go, now for here, just like we did, yeah, there we go. Once we get behind him, we're either spinning, pushing, pulling. That is by not any stretch of the imagination the only things you can do, right? Like you can 100%, it's just in my experience, I feel like it's a ton of energy with very little reward. Now, everybody can like kind of like, oh, well, there's that one guy that got a suplex, but there's also that one guy that did a suplex and the guy landed on top of his head, knocked him out. Early UFC, go look it up. The goal is just be on top, right? Get on top, stay on top, and have their back. We go to takedowns off the back versus takedowns in the front. If I do a takedown from the front, a lot of times as I get in here and I just did a takedown to guard. The takedowns that we just talked about are takedowns to the rear, which at the end of the day is gonna be way better for you. The last takedown we're gonna talk about today is get to the back, get to the back, get to the back, right? This one is gonna be get to the back as well, but we're gonna start right here in front of them. And honestly, this is the one that in a fight, I've been able to just coach these guys through this. I've had more than a few guys where I'm on the stool and I'm like, what you're gonna do, you're just gonna snap his head to the ground. I guess right between rounds on the stool, I've been able to coach guys and I've had success with it. Where we're here, we're looking for knees, body shots, overhooks, underhooks, and then all of a sudden we're just gonna snap them. Boom. Once I get here, what do I want? His back. And then we're behind him again. Get to his back, get to his back, get to his back. That's the high priority, get to his back. Same concept. Doesn't really matter where I'm at. I like looking for low leg knees. I like looking for body shots, knees of the body shots, uppercuts, and in the midst of all this chaos, gripping and snapping. Got his head, I've got his tricep, I got his shoulders, we're gripping and we're snapping. Now here's the thing, do I want to snap them straight or do I want to snap around? I want to snap around, right? I want to snap, get out of his way and get around him. I'm snapping and I'm throwing him this way. Meanwhile, I'm going that way. So here I am snapping, getting my legs out of his way, boom, and then I'm getting right behind him. Okay, now this time I'm gonna try to grab your leg.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yep. Kind of like a sprawl almost.
There we go. Pull down, and you notice this leg here, because you're gonna be pulling them this way with the way your hands are positioned. Get this leg out of the way. I'm just gonna keep dragging and dragging, even into a front headlock, doesn't matter. I'm still just gonna be dragging. And then in a split second, I'm jumping to his back like that. Got it? So, big snap, clear. And if the snap and the clear doesn't get him, just keep forcing him down. Just keep dragging him down. Try a couple more times.
A little bit.
What I want you to do is I want you to keep flowing. If you're square right here, like I'm still looking to get behind his back. Like I really am. Really what it's gonna come off of is probably punches. If we're here, it's gonna be punches. Now, if I wanna close the distance, I'm probably gonna follow it behind a double jab. So I'm gonna be looking straight at his chin, double jab, maybe cross, hook, kick, and then if I can get behind him, I'll get behind him. Like you can get behind a guy off wrestling technique, you can get behind a guy off striking techniques. There's 1,000 reasons why all of a sudden, in the middle of the fight, you're standing right here. Get him! You know what I mean? Like tackle him. He's coming at me, so go ahead. Boom, 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 and I'm coming under. And I'm getting behind him. Or I'm coming at him, jab, cross, uppercut, roundhouse. And next thing you know, I've gotten behind him. So there's 100 reasons why that angle might be there. And when it is, we just attack it. Same concept. Right here, we just mentioned how knees, uppercuts, front headlocks, and guess what? He's fighting the front headlock, so do I have to drag him all the way to the ground? Maybe I just go like this, and I'm behind him again. I could step on his foot, I could just drag him straight down, or I could just, once I'm here, these knees, these hooks, uppercuts, overhands, front headlock attempts, off all of this at any given moment, I can almost like just give everything up and just roll behind him. And once I roll behind him, I can choose, do I want to stand up and strike right here? Do I want to step on his foot? Do I want to just drag him straight down? What kind of takedown do I want? And all of a sudden your takedowns and your position off the takedown is going to be way better. Everything we talked about applies with my back on the cage, right? Like I don't have to be here to get a takedown. So I can be right here and look what I've got. You know, and I've got all the same stuff. I'm stepping on his foot, I'm dragging him down to the ground, and my back was on the cage. Just because my back's on the cage doesn't mean I can't take a guy down. He still might go for a hook, right? So I can sit here and then try not to get hooked in the face, so start punching me. Yep, let's start going hooks. Right to my face, knocking me out. There we go. And then in a split second, we're getting behind this guy. Just because you're here doesn't mean you still don't have takedowns available. Sometimes I'll just go with like a double gable grip like this. I'm gonna keep the gable grip. I'm just gonna start swimming, and just get all the way behind him and step around. Moral of the story is today is we don't need to just go for single leg, double leg. Take their back. If you make taking their back a higher priority, you're gonna get way more takedowns. And not only takedowns, if you're not a takedown fighter, I'm gonna have more striking opportunities. If I'm a striker and I worked myself to this position, I'm not looking to take him down because I'm not a takedown guy. Boom, boom, push him into the cage. Keep going to work. Keep his back to me and keep getting to work, right? The ref's only gonna watch this for so long before he has to just break up the fight and say, we're done here. I love to fight guys from behind. The main goal in fighting, if I'm boxing, try to get to their back. If I'm Muay Thai fighting, get to their back. Jiu-Jitsu, get to their back. Regular high school wrestling, get to their back. So it's not that takedowns aren't effective, it's just like a high priority thing in all martial arts is get behind them. Give me 2 in here, we're gonna be doing takedowns. Get behind them, get behind them. That's your goal, get behind them. Drag them down, get behind them. Push him in the cage, get behind him. Bo, drag his arm, get behind him. Someone snap their head down, get behind him. There we go, Daniel, I like that energy. If it doesn't work, just go the other side. Just go for a different grip. Just go under it, go over it. Push them, pull them, side, side, drag them down. There we go, Bo. There we, oh, you had it. There we go, Daniel, just drag them down. Push them back and drag them down. Push them into the cage. Then you drag them straight back down. There we go. Don't forget, we got trips. We can still grab their legs, guys. Swish, we ever get a takedown over here? No takedowns. Where you at, Bo? What are you taking a break for? Snap them down now, Daniel. Snap them to the ground. "10 seconds, someone's got to get a takedown. Right now, Daniel's obviously winning. I saw 0 takedowns. So I want to pick up the stakes a little bit. Let's go regular sparring. Punching, kicking, all of it. Regular sparring, but what I'm really looking for is the takedown. Got it? Regular sparring, but I'm going to be judging the round off the takedown. Come on, go. We can punch him in the face, guys. It's going to set up your takedowns. There we go. Get a takedown off a kick. Those are easy takedowns. There you go. Combo to a takedown. If the takedown's not easy, start punching again. Get behind him, Bo. Yeah, now just sit him down. Sit him down. Sit him down. Easy. Just sit him down. Just sit down, Bo. Drag him back. Push him forward. Sit him down. Choke him out. Punch him in the side of the face. Knee him in the stomach. Knee him in the leg. Uh-oh, uh-oh. There we go. Stay behind him. That's 1 takedown. Pop back up. If you're going to fake that takedown, throw a punch off of it. Throw a kick off of it. Throw a knee off of it. There we go. Now make him pay for it, Bo. Crossface. Sprawl. Daniel got his takedown. Pop right back up. Drag him down, Daniel. Just drag him down. Drag him straight down. Or finish that sub if it's there. Punch through takedown. Came for one man, forget my peace. You take the west side, take on the east. I'ma put him in the cage, never let out the. I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick. Let those combos go. I hear him chat with the boys, man so tough, but man's keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls, let her tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the. There you go, sprawl crossface, Collin. Sprawl crossface. Shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats when the whole place. There we go, kick that foot to the outside. Sprawl, 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 sprawl. Get that crossface going, Collin. Rip his face off. Get behind him. There we go. Good drag. That's 2 for Daniel. Austin, where were you today? Come on, it's Monday. You should be here.
So easy at the end.
Obviously, guys, single legs, double legs, they still work. That's what you got on them, right?
Yep.
So those still work, but I'm telling you, focus on getting on their back. Dragging their arms, snapping their head, getting on their back. The other thing is that's gonna allow you to continue to just box, Muay Thai fight, all that other kind of stuff. So don't forget, like, subscribe. There's a link in the bio if you want to buy some fight gear, gloves, shin guards, you name it. Go to fightcityslc.com, pick yourself up some gear. Thank you.